Was geht, Leute? Mein Name ist DannyJesden. Willkommen zurück bei Super Seducer, wo wir dieses Mal eine Frau in der Bar klar machen müssen. Eigentlich haben wir noch ziemlich viele. Erstes Date mit Kates, Büro. Oh mein Gott, wir haben echt viele Sachen auf jeden Fall. Aber gehen wir zum Café, Leute. Kapitel 4. Ziel ist Telefonnummer, okay? Und in dem Café bei dir um die Ecke sitzt eine hübsche Blondine und liest. Schaffst du es, interessanter als das Buch zu sein und ihre Nummer zu kriegen? Das ist eine gute Frage. Ich würde sagen, wir gehen einfach mal rein und schauen nach, was wir sagen können. Interessanter als das Buch? Niemals im Leben. Okay, Spaß. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Keiner ist vor allem im Café. Das macht es natürlich deutlich einfacher, Leute. Wenn keiner im Café ist, wenn Leute drum sitzen, dann ist ja die Nervosität noch höher, weil dann sehen ja Leute, was passieren könnte. Ne? Also ich meine ja nur, frag, ob der Stuhl besetzt ist, dann setz dich zu ihr, frech. Bleib stehen und frag, was sie liest. Frag sie nach ihrer Meinung, was du einer guten Freundin schenken sollst. Setz dich dabei hin, das ist ganz gut. Werf ihr vor, dass ich so tue, als ob sie lese, obwohl sie in Wahrheit nach Männern Ausschau halte. Ja klar. Ich meine, er kennt sie nicht mal, was soll er ihr vorwerfen? Sag ihr, du hättest das Buch gelesen, dass er am Ende stirbt. Ja, natürlich. Man, du kannst doch nicht spoilern. Ich hasse Spoiler. Ich würde sagen, wir machen das hier.
Hey, excuse me. Can I get your advice on something, please?
Sure.
Alright, well, what it is, I'm just on the way to shopping mall, and it's my friend's birthday. She's a girl, and I've left it to the last minute, but I need to get her something. And actually, I was looking at you. You've got very similar styles, so I wondered, do you have any ideas for like a cool birthday present? I don't know, $30 to $70. What do you think's good?
What's the nature of your relationship?
Oh, friend. She's just a friend, like for a few years.
Does she like music?
Yeah.
Well, I would say it's always better to get something that's an experience than something you can hold. So maybe cheap concert tickets.
Nice. Yeah, that might be good actually. And there's this box office place. I could go and see what they've got and see. So yeah, very good. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'm Richard, by the way.
Brenna.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, Opener gemacht.
Like a coffee shop or in the daytime, an opinion opener works very well to get you into a conversation. And notice that you don't stay standing, you make sure that you sit down in the process of asking the question to get you sitting together. So it's the correct option.
Nice, perfekt. Finde etwas über sie heraus, gebe mit Büchern an, sag, dass sie schöne Haare hat und lade sie dann zu dir nach Hause ein. Dein Ernst? Ja, das war erst der zweite Satz. Frag sie, ob sie hier öfter herkommt. Das ist komisch. Kommst du öfter her? Das klingt so standardmäßig. Bist du oft hier? Wisst ihr, was ich meine? Finde etwas über sie heraus.
And you normally read philosophy?
No. I mean, I think, well, in every book there's a little philosophy. I'm not a huge Kafka fan. I was just in Prague recently.
He's from Czech Republic. Oh, that's interesting.
That's where his house is.
I didn't know actually.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, if you go, they'll talk about Kafka. So.
Nice. And what else do you like to read? Do you like
I generally read
fiction, non-fiction?
Fiction and like 20th century American lit.
Okay. Who's that? Mark Twain or something?
Like Salinger, or maybe I just recently read a novella called A Day No Pigs Would Die. It's really
A Day
nice.
No Pigs Would Die.
Yeah.
That's like when everyone's vegetarian or Muslim.
Well, I won't spoil it, but you're on the right track.
Oh yeah?
Sie mag also Bücher.
Yeah. What do you read?
I read a lot of different stuff. So I like business, biography, psychology, philosophy too, and I like old English classics and Russian classics.
Russian classics, such as?
Tolstoy, Dostoevsky,
You like
all the
Tolstoy?
usual stuff. Yeah, I think he's a great writer. And obviously in translation maybe it's different, but it's still very cool.
What about Bulgakov?
Yeah, Master Margarita
Yeah,
and stuff.
Bulgakov.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I like Russian lit.
Nice one. That's good. We have something in common already.
Yeah, I guess so we do.
Oh man,
Correct.
Bücher lesen.
It's important
Kann gut sein.
to always focus
Kommt
the
auf das Buch an.
conversation on the girl as much as possible, because then it's just going to be more interesting for her.
Ja, aber wenn man keine Bücher kennt,
So
ist natürlich ein
how
Problem,
are you
ne?
able to be free in the middle of the morning on a Thursday?
Oh.
Well, I do have a job, but it's kind of from the laptop, from home, or
YouTuber?
from anywhere. But it's like internet stuff, and with America, so in Europe, I need to wait until they wake up and whatever. So
Right.
I'm kind of free, and
Yeah.
then can be working at home, lying in bed, lying on the balcony, generally lying down, working.
That's
So
nice.
that's cool. And how about you? How come you're not at work now?
Well, I work at the university, so I have kind of an unusual schedule. I have some free time during the day, and I work in the evenings.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, rate, dass sie Sexualkunde unterrichtet. Nein. Nein, hör auf, nicht. Was zum Teufel? Sag, dass du nicht auf der Uni warst und es reine Zeitverschwendung ist. Das ist meine Meinung, aber das ist egal. Finde heraus, ob sie ihre Arbeit mag oder sie nur wenig wegen des Geldes macht. Irgendwie würde ich gar nichts davon sagen, tatsächlich. Also ich weiß nicht, aber ich würde sagen, das ist das Beste von den dreien.
So you teach at the university. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And tell me, do you actually like what you do, or you do it just for money?
No, I really do like what I do.
Great. You feel like you're making a difference in people's lives and all of this?
Yeah, I actually do. I feel like what I do is important, and that the information I convey will be valuable to these people and to my students.
That could be true, because I still remember my teachers from primary school and in secondary school. I don't know if you're the same, but did you like the subjects most where the teachers were good? And then later maybe you weren't even interested in that subject. So a good teacher can just change the whole course of someone's life.
Absolutely. And like looking back and thinking, what years of school are your favorite? It's like, well, whatever year you had the good teachers, because what you learn is kind of irrelevant.
And you're a good teacher? They like you?
I think so. I hope so.
That's
I
cool.
try.
No, I like it, to be honest, because it's very rare. You know, most people just do their job for money and then they come and moan about it and they hate it. So it's good to meet someone like you who actually enjoys what they do and is making a difference.
Thanks.
Ja.
This is a nice thing that you can ask anyone, so well done for picking this. It's the right option, and it can always lead to an interesting conversation. Whether she's into her job, she can tell you why, or she's not, and she can tell you something else that she's passionate about.
And what's your subject? What do you teach?
American culture.
Huh, what does that...
Also Geschichte und so.
So kind of quite a few different themes. For example, we kind of started with an overview of American values, which was really interesting.
Like freedom and stuff, yeah?
Things like that, and even more so, for example, an interesting one is how Americans relate to the future. Like it's something we feel like we can control in some sense. And
Like Back to the Future, the movie.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay, but Americans think that they control their own destiny,
Yeah.
kind of, yeah?
Okay, also sie unterrichtet sowas wie Geschichte. Okay, Geschichte ist spannend auf jeden Fall, kann ich zustimmen. Frage, was das genau ist, deute an, dass es was mit der Erfindung von Donuts und Burgern zu tun hat. Würde ich gar nicht sagen, weil so einen Witz jetzt zu machen, sie nimmt ihre Sache halt super ernst mit ihrem Job und alles. Deswegen jetzt draußen Scherz zu machen, würde ich nicht. Fordere sie auf zu erklären, warum das wichtig ist. Gib ihr ein gutes Zeitgefühl bezüglich gutes Gefühl bezüglich ihres Jobs. Ja, das würde ich machen. Gutes Gefühl ist ganz gut, definitiv.
In American culture, what's that? It's like George Steinbeck, Edgar Allan Poe and all that stuff? Or?
Sure, that's part of it. Yeah, I think my focus is more on what we've been called contemporary culture.
Britney Spears,
Sure,
Kanye.
sure, that is all
Yeah?
relevant. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it must be really interesting for the students. They're not learning about things thousands of years ago.
Yeah, I think so. And just kind of seeing how the Kanyes and the Kardashians, how their influence reverberates through American society and how that affects how Americans think.
And why is it useful for the students?
Because a lot of these students aren't going to stay in their home country, and at some point they'll be interacting they'll either be in the United States or just interacting with Americans, and to have some perspective on their psychology or their ideology, whatever it is.
I guess it's
useful.
important, right? Because American culture is pervasive, it's kind of
It could be
everywhere.
said, yes.
And seems to lead the world. I know that in England we're always like a few years behind America with all the trends and everything, and it all follows, and then Europe a little bit later. But no, it's pretty cool then. And more than that, it must be really interesting for the kids.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Okay. Finde ich auch cool, wenn man über Kim Kardashian redet im Unterricht.
You don't want to tease them about it or denigrate it. So it's good to give them some validation on something like this, you know, the job that she's obviously passionate about.
I really enjoy my job, but there is this one little thing that's very frustrating for me. I've got this problem where I can't print all the copies that I need, but I want my students to all have their own copy to take home, but then I have to go to the printer like every day and it gets kind of expensive. So what do you think I should do?
Oh, hat auf die andere geachtet. Oh. Also sie sagt, sie mag eine Sache nicht. Ich habe selber gar nicht mehr geguckt, was sie gesagt hat. Sagt, dass das wohl nervt und sie nach einem größeren Druckbudget fragen soll. Sagt, dass sie Kollegen, die sie nicht mag, einfach ignorieren kann. Sag etwas Allgemeines oder Vegas, weil du nicht zugehört hast. Sei ehrlich und sag, dass dich die Frau abgelenkt hat. Oh mein Gott, das ist schwer. Das ist sehr schwer. Ich denke ehrlich gesagt, A oder D. Ich meine, zugeben, dass mich die Frau abgelenkt hat. Wir machen es mal, aber ich bin mir nicht sicher, ehrlich gesagt, gar nicht. Weil, ich meine, wie kommt das rüber? Die Frau hat mich abgelenkt. Ich meine, ich habe nicht... Nee, das zeigt aber auch, dass ich nicht vernünftig zuhöre. Und Frauen wollen, dass man zuhört. Nehmen wir einfach das, was soll's.
Well, that's bad. So I guess you don't have enough like papers for the students and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of it.
I guess you can ask for more allowance or get them to share, but yeah, it's annoying.
Well
Yes.
done, you weren't distracted by the sexy chick that walked by, and that's something that, you know, you can use out there. Well done for paying attention and getting the right response.
Glück
You've
gehabt.
got your teaching thing, and what else is important in your life? What else do you love to do?
I really love dogs.
Alle
and
mögen
I
Hunde, alle
love to
Frauen.
Travel.
Travel.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you
Ja,
travel a
Reisen
lot?
mögen die auch.
I've traveled quite a bit these last couple of years, especially.
Nice. And where are some places you've been?
In Europe, I've been in Prague, Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia.
Nice. All of Eastern Europe and kind of
Yeah.
former USSR, yeah?
Yes.
Nice. And tell me, what's the absolute best place you've seen? Like, if people who have never travelled anywhere say, where's the best place that I should see? Where is it?
I would actually say that you should go to the United States and go see the Grand Canyon. It's amazing. I can't do it justice with words, but it's wonderful.
Okay.
Okay. Erzähl von deinem Trip zum Grand Canyon. Das könnte gut sein. Sag, dass du noch nie da warst, aber gerne mal hingehen würdest. Sag, dass es da langweilig ist und außerdem noch nicht mal WLAN gibt. Auf keinen Fall. Sie soll dir mehr davon erzählen, was ihr besonders gefallen hat. Sag ihr, dass der Urlaub in Thailand am besten war und berichte detailliert über deine sexuellen Abenteuer. Wow. Ich meine, ihr davon zu erzählen, also eins davon ist eine Lüge. Wir können sagen, wir wollen gerne mal hingehen oder von dem Trip erzählen. Aber ich weiß nicht, was der Lüge ist. Deswegen sagen wir, ich würde gerne hingehen.
Grand Canyon, yeah, I've never been there, but I'd like to go. Maybe, you know, go to, what's a good trip? Go to New York, go to LA, San Francisco, Vegas, and then it's somewhere near there, isn't it? So
It's over there, yeah.
yeah, somewhere in that region. And then go down there, could hang out for what's good, like 2 days or
I think
just
2
a day
days.
trip?
You could do it in a day, or 2 days would be better, but 1 day you could do that, yeah.
I always wanted to go since I saw Superman 2 when they go down on he goes down on the donkey because he's too scared to go on the flying things, and then Superman comes and they have their base in the Grand Canyon. So it was when I was a kid, it was good. I always
seen
wanted
it.
to go. You should watch it, Superman.
Oh,
Classic.
okay. If it's got the Grand Canyon in it.
This is coming back to you,
Mittelgut.
relating everything to yourself. It's not the best answer and it's not necessary. You can keep the conversation focused on her at this point. Oh, should I say that? No. Oh. I've run out of things to say.
Oh mein Gott, ja. Tja, das ist ein Problem. Da muss man halt, muss man auf jeden Fall, also, was ich gelesen habe damals ist, dass Redepausen sind super awkward, aber irgendwann kommt es einfach. Und dann muss man es komplett gelassen nehmen, weil Redepausen sind normal, man kann nicht so oft reden, okay? Halte Blickkontakt und warte, bis sie spricht. Halte Blickkontakt nicht und schaue dich im Laden um, während du darüber nachdenkst, was du sagen sollst. Sag, dass du es nicht magst, wenn es eine unangenehme Stille gibt. Von dem, was ich gelesen habe, ist, halte Blickkontakt und warte, bis sie spricht. Wir fangen diesmal nicht an zu reden, sondern wir warten, bis sie redet und irgendwas sagt.
So are you not gonna get any coffee?
Well, actually, I was over by the bar just before I saw you and had a coffee there. And I try not to drink too many. It actually has a strong effect on me, so I don't need that much energy. I've had enough, so I'm good.
Correct. Now, most guys can't do this, you know, so it's very cool, makes you look very confident and strong when you can hold eye contact like this and get her to be the one that works to fill the silence and come up with something to say, because it shouldn't always be you, right?
And tell me some things you like to do for fun.
Well, as long as I can remember, I've always loved playing volleyball, so that's something
okay.
I try to do whenever I can.
Nice. I played it at school. They had it in my school, but since then I didn't. But I go to Barcelona a lot and they play on the beach. Mm-hmm. Do you play beach volleyball?
I will, yeah.
Oh, very
in a
nice.
pinch.
Are you very good?
Yeah.
You can do that where you jump and get it down. Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
It's harder on the beach because the nets are higher. But yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, it's a cool hobby. And anything else you do?
Yeah, the thing I do the most is study Russian for hobbies.
Sie will Russisch lernen, okay. Also ich will Spanisch lernen, wenn ich etwas lerne. Sag ihr, dass das doof und Putin böse ist und dass alle Russen nur Wodka saufende Idioten sind. Mein Kompliment, weil sie sich eine schwierige Sprache ausgesucht hat. Sag ihr, ja, Russisch ist verdammt schwierig, genau wie Polnisch, okay. Nicht nur, dass es schwierig ist, das zu sprechen, sondern dass die Schrift und alles, wow. Sag ihr, dass du bei Sprachen in der Schule Aliens versagt hast. Beeindrucke sie, indem du ihr sagst, wie viele Sprachen du sprichst. Machen wir mein Kompliment, dass sie eine schwierige Sprache ausgesucht hat, weil es ist sehr schwierig.
Russian?
Yeah.
You know, I meet loads of people that speak, French, English, obviously Spanish, German. But Russian, it's really rare to meet someone who speaks Russian. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. How come you chose that?
I don't really have a good reason. When I was in high school, I had the opportunity to do a study abroad, and my choices were France and Russia, and I didn't want to go to France, so I went to Russia, and then I just never quit.
I actually like that you chose something tough and that you stuck with it. And, you know, like I said, most people take the easy options all the time. So it's interesting and cool that you did that.
Thank you.
Nice one. You know, when a girl has something that is a real talent, something that she should be proud of, something she's worked hard on, that's the kind of thing you don't want to tease her too much on. So, you know, say well done, say you respect that, and say why. And then go deeper into it, because, you know, you need to find out why she would do that, why she was interested, what would make her spend the time on it. And it's going to lead to interesting conversation, make her feel good as well.
I noticed you have an accent. Do you mind if I ask where you're from?
England, actually.
Whereabouts?
Was born in London, but actually, you know what? When I was young, I lived in South London, and they have a strong accent there. It's like South London and things like this. But
okay.
because I travelled a lot and I moved, I've lost most of my accent. But do I still sound British to you?
Yes, very much.
That's good.
Okay. Dir gefällt mein britischer Akzent doch, oder? Nein, das auf keinen Fall. Dir gefällt mein britischer Akzent doch, oder? So, das würde man Bestätigung suchen. Erzähl dir, wie die Frauen auf deinen britischen Akzent abfahren und du überall zum Schuss kommst. Sag ihr, wie andere die Engländer sehen und frag sie, wie die Leute auf sie als Amerikanerin reagieren. Ja, das ist okay.
So you like the English accent?
Yeah.
Yeah, most people like it. They say it's kind of sexy, but maybe that's just when I speak it. But it's quite interesting actually being English, because in some places like America we have a very good reputation, and then some places like Spain where all the English people go and kind of party and like the hooligans go drinking and stuff. So their reputation's quite bad. But how do you find it being an American and traveling?
It depends on where you're at, but I guess generally people have kind of negative stereotypes about the United States and Americans, but I don't know. It seems that a lot of people are willing to take you and judge you individually and not
That's good, right?
on a bunch
There's
of- oh, yeah.
But we're lucky. We don't have any real racism or anything really.
Ja, das stimmt.
It's almost anywhere we go, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Das stimmt. Also,
This is the right choice.
bei Deutschen kann man ja was sagen wegen jeder Geschichte, aber bei Amerikanern eher weniger. Sag, dass du sie magst und du sie wiedersehen möchtest, frag nach jeder Nummer. Sag ihr, dass sie unheimlich hübsch ist und ein Date mit dir willst, auf keinen Fall das. Frag sie, was sie in ihrer Freizeit gerne macht. Machen wir mal.
What do you like to do in, I don't know, for fun, like in the evening? Because you study Russian and whatever, but do you drink, dance, anything else?
All of the above, yeah.
Yeah? At the same time?
When the mood strikes, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I like going out sometimes, cocktail bars, different bars. Do you smoke shisha?
Hookah.
Yeah, hookah you call it in America, right?
Yeah, I have from time to time. I'm not a huge fan, but
Ich
Quite
liebe
like it.
es.
It's really unhealthy, but
it
I think
seems unhealthy.
once a month. But you don't cough after it, so therefore, I don't
It's
know.
healthy?
Yeah. So we need to do it sometime, like shisha, hookah, cocktails, and then dancing.
Oh, maybe.
When you want to transition to seeing someone again, it's very good to build up a picture of the kind of things that they do, the way they spend their time, because you might find a mutual connection. You find that you share some activities or that you do some things that she wants to do, she does some things that you'd like to try, and then it makes it very easy to then go on and suggest the date from there and take the number.
And do you have any other outdoor, like active stuff you like to do? You
Yeah.
said volleyball, but anything else?
Yeah, I grew up in the country, so I really enjoy a lot of nature activities. I like hiking and I love fishing.
Fishing?
Fishing, yeah.
A girl who likes fishing?
It happens. Yeah,
Wow.
we exist.
Selten.
Interesting. I've never done fishing, but I love the outside as well, you know, walking in parks or hiking if you've got somewhere like that. How about bicycle?
I like that too.
Yeah. Well, that's something else we could do one day, like take some bicycles, ride out somewhere.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Cool.
Frag sie, was sie für nächste Woche geplant hat. Berühre ihr Gesicht. Nein. Frag sie, auf was für Männer sie steht. Nein. Mach den Kubus mit ihr ein Psychotest. Was? Psychotest? Physiotest? Okay, ich habe keine Ahnung. Ich weiß es nicht, Leute. Ich würde sagen, nächste Woche, was sie geplant hat, oder? Ich habe keine Ahnung, was dieser Kubus-Test ist, by the way. Mach den Kubus mit ihr. Ein Psychotest. Keine Ahnung. Ja, wir fragen sie, was sie nächste Woche geplant hat.
And are you busy this week? Like, what are your plans for the next few days?
I'm pretty busy. I have my friend is having a party tomorrow, and then this weekend I'm gonna take a train up to Vilnius. So, pretty busy.
You have free time, no?
Maybe.
Which
Maybe
day?
on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah? Cool. I might be free on Sunday as well.
Okay.
That's exactly right. Now think about this. Have you ever texted a girl saying, hey, can you meet tomorrow? She's like, I'm not in town. And you say, okay. And then text her in a few days, hey, can you meet tonight? Are you around? Sorry, I've already got plans. Well, to avoid this kind of dumb situation when you end up not seeing her again, why not find out at the time of meeting her what her plans are for the coming week? It's very easy to find out in person and saves the need for sending loads of dumb text messages that get you rejected. So it's the correct choice.
Nice, dicey. Schlage ihr vor, sich auf einen Drink zu treffen und lass ihre Nummer gehen. Sag, dass du ein paar Minuten hast und lade sie auf einen Quickie auf dem Klo ein. Schlage ihr vor, mal zusammen wandern zu gehen und lass dir ihre Nummer geben. Schreib dir ihre Nummer auf und sage, dass ihr in Kontakt bleibt. Auf einen Drink-Treffen zu gehen. Es könnte klappen, aber das würde ich sie abfüllen wollen. Ich denke, wir sollten lieber das mit den Wandern machen, weil sie ja Natur mag. Probieren wir es.
So you like hiking and outdoor stuff, and the weather's pretty good at the moment. So one day we could take a little trip, or I don't know, meet in the evening. Anyway, lots of stuff. We've got lots of stuff we could do together. So why don't you give me your number and we'll arrange something. Thanks.
Exactly right. It flows very smoothly to find something that you both like and then suggest doing that as the reason to see each other again. It's way better than just saying, hey, give me your number, or hey, let's go for dinner tomorrow.
Verabschiede dich herzlich und sag ihr, wie schön es war, sie kennenzulernen. Verabschiede dich kühl und sage, dass ihr in Kontakt bleibt. Schüttel ihr lange die Hand, zum Abschied eine Umarmung und dann küsse sie. Nein, nein, nein. Nehmen wir das hier.
Well, look, I should be heading off, but it was great meeting you. Really cool. Really happy to meet you, and yeah, see you. Bye.
Bye.
Oops,
Er hat anders gemacht, als es da stand.
This is a little bit too much. Being warm at this point, totally unnecessary. And if anything, makes you look like a little bit of a wussy and might make her change her mind about seeing you again.
Es tut mir leid, ich wusste nicht, dass du so kalt weggehst. Okay? Aber es war trotzdem sehr gut. Wir haben alles richtig gemacht, außer zwei tatsächlich. Also, ja, damit sind wir auch fertig. Wir haben die Nummer bekommen, das ist was zählt. Nicht perfekt, aber das nächste ist von Freundschaft zu Freundin. Also wenn ihr gefriendzoned wurdet, ist die nächste Folge perfekt für euch. Also vielen Dank fürs Reinschauen. Für mehr davon lasst noch rum. Falls du es ein bisschen geschafft hast, schreibe Friendzone in die Kommentare und ich sehe dich schon wieder. Bye. Danke für das Reinschauen des Videos. Wenn dir das Video gefallen hat, würde ich mich freuen, wenn du es mit einem Daumen nach oben bewertest. Außerdem solltest du definitiv mal eine meiner letzten Videos auschecken. Die findest du rechts. Also klick einfach irgendein Bild an und dann wirst du gleich hingeleitet. Ich bin mir sicher, es gibt bestimmt irgendwas, was dir gefallen wird. Und falls du es nicht getan hast, kannst du gerne kostenlos abonnieren für täglichen Video-Content. Und falls du schon Abonnent bist, kannst du unten gerne die Glocke anklicken, damit du immer benachrichtigt wirst, wenn mein Video hochkommt. Aber danke fürs Reinschauen und wir sehen uns im nächsten Video wieder. Ciao, ciao!